Hello, folks, and welcome back to WoW. I did a little bit of a song grind there. All I did was run around the Searing Gorge for a while. I got some more ore. I got some more. I got 50 odd mithril. I got 7 bits of dark iron. I picked up some bits. Just tossed stuff on the auction, up on the auction house. I smelted them together and tossed them up. I'm hoping I'll make some. I was hoping to buy more ore, but and then smelt it up and whatnot, and try and resell it, but the margins weren't good enough. Still, I have another 7 dark iron, so add in one more, and I'll be able to go to I'll be able to make another bar.
Here there. Up with you.
Hello. Keep your feet on the ground. Goddess watcher.
No.
Gurek, have you any idea what we're up against in Alterac Valley? Are you ready to fight the Frostwolf clan? I remember seeing that UI ages and ages back. Uff. That's insane to see. I'm for Siege Brigade. Siege engines are the pride of every pilot.
See you soon. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
Ooh, nice. Fix my headset. It's been a bit uncooperative today. Someone was saying that the Horde are faster at than the Alliance at killing the opposing boss. I wonder if that's down to Bloodlust. Because Bloodlust is a major power boost. Smudges on my glasses. Now there's a different smudge on my glasses. Yeah, could you stop that countdown? That'd be great. Okay, now one lens is cleaner than the other. It doesn't stop. Today's been a bit of a shit day, honestly. And Marley's not doing well. Well, there's PvP going on tomorrow with the guild. Them doing Alterac Valley as part of an event. I'm not sure if I'll be participating. It depends on what happens tomorrow. Marley, we've got a bed for him. It's basically like a mattress. Take a normal human mattress. Think of the one I have here. It may be a little less thick than what I lie on myself. but it's memory foam mattress, and it's a good thing. There's another like doggy bed on top of it. He actually really liked it, I think, or something. It used to belong to one of the other dogs, but we got them a new bed, and that bed was just put on top for some reason. I don't know, but it's been too long since we put it on that I don't remember why we did. But he lies in the bed kind of awkwardly. He laid at the end of it with his back facing out, and he somehow, I don't know how he managed it, but he fell off. Whatever way he moved, he slipped right off the side of the bed and landed on his back. And while it's not that much of a drop, later, like, he's been having difficulty moving around. As is. His arthritis has gone pretty bad. And later on, he was trying to go get some water. And he was barely standing. After that, and for like a solid hour after, he couldn't move. Mum and I had to lift him into his bed. That was difficult. He's like 25 kg. He's pretty heavy. Yeah, my back was not in a good place afterwards. But I was contemplating fighting them since they were so much weaker than me, but then I decided it wouldn't be a good idea. But yeah, yeah, for a solid hour after falling, he couldn't actually move. We had to lift him into bed. The most he could do for ages was just barely move his head. Then after a while, he was able to like look back at his rear and then put his head back down. He couldn't, like when Jessie had difficulties moving, it was her back legs that were giving her trouble. For this like hour, he couldn't move either. He couldn't put any strength in his body. I think he may have even had an accident. Like maybe he just had an accident where he lit. Mum tried to bring him out afterwards. But he, despite not going in ages, he didn't do anything. Or wins. Ugh. What was I saying? Yeah, Mum tried to bring him out afterwards, but he couldn't. Despite not being out for ages, he didn't go. I was starting to wonder if he could go. Because, like, one issue he was running into was when he was walking, his back leg would flop. So, like, you know, when you're walking along, like, your foot down, yeah, sole down, sole down, sole down, yeah? And, like, it'll be same with his pads. It would be pads to the ground. When he would lift his leg up, his leg would flop. And then if he's going to go back down, he'd be going down on the top of his paw. And he couldn't right it. Mum would have to manually turn his foot. So, yeah, poor bastard. It was not in a good condition. And to be clear, I'm saying poor bastard. You know, it's a thing of affection. It's just like, poor man, just poor bastard.
What can I do for you?
It's just sad to me seeing him go like that, because he was always a giddy lad. He was always a pop. And here he is, so very messed up. Oh yeah, I wanted to see the quartermaster. I'll do it in this fight. That's why I wanted to do this in the first place. But yeah, basically, Marles took a spill today, and he may have hurt himself, or maybe it's unrelated. He'd gotten his two things happened before he couldn't move. That fall, and then he got his meds, I think. And I think that's what happened. And then he had difficulty moving. It could have been because of the meds, because sometimes the meds hit him hard and he's just kind of like a zombie. But then other times, but other times he's fine. And I don't think he's ever been hit so hard that he, loses muscle control and can't, walk. Like he has difficulty walking, but he never just loses ability to walk and ends up soiling himself. So, yeah, he's not in a good place, the poor dog. We're bringing him in to the vet at 10:15 tomorrow. And see what they say. Maybe they could do something for him, but it may be the end. I'm just playing here to try and tire myself out so I can go to sleep. Because I know if I lie down now, I won't sleep. I'll just kind of lie there and think. And then eventually my pelvis will start hurting, and it'll make it all harder to sleep. Probably be 4 by the time I actually pass out, if not later. So, I hope that was coherent in what I was... Wait. That's a guilty. But, hello, folks, and welcome back. Well, welcome to some post-commentary. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'll actually be, measuring it up and, actually trying to be in sync with the recording here. Unlike the previous ones where I just flew by the seat of my pants. So, the reason for post-commentary here is, at least at the time, flicking back at it, it doesn't seem too bad, but I kind of went in circles. You know, me talking about Marley there, I kept feeling like I wasn't being coherent. I wasn't doing a good job in saying what was up with the lad, you know? So, but I listened to the first iteration there and it made sense.
How are you?
If you're curious, he was okay after it. I believe that was the first time he collapsed and lost his strength. We got him to the doctor and he was better. He got help. Notice my phrasing. Yeah. He collapsed again at a later point, and that was the end. So, yeah. Of the original commentary for this, I do remember talking about some of the gear here, pointing out the stamina on a bit. Ooh, that does give frost resist. It is somewhat interesting to me because of Nax, but you really do need Sanct gear there. So yeah, I have like about an hour to talk over here. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, paste. Ooh, just got an honor kill for standing here. I think I was talking about the necklace there or the cloak when I mentioned stamina, like the stats. But,
Watch, get her back.
so in an early bit of post commentary, I was talking about how much time between that set and the latest episode was. Like how much footage and the like, and I couldn't work it out at the time, but the vast majority, but I worked out afterwards, or at least the vast majority of it. I did drop a few sessions of it to save on some space. This hard drive, but over 200 hours. Yeah, a lot of that is sound grinds. There's coming up after this episode will be a very long sound grind. I believe I recorded a day. We brought Marley in. Wasn't exactly in the mood for commentating, so I just sound grinded and yeah, it's coming in. It looks at like oh, this is the same music they have in Molten Core. Around Barragan. Also noticed the music out in Hillsbrand, or the Arati Mountains outside the AV portal, like outside its cave, was the same music from L1. I thought there was more like unique tracks. I don't necessarily have an issue with them reusing music, that's fine, but it just, I didn't realize they did it as much as they did. Though that music there really did make me think of like freaking Agrava music.
Great to meet you.
Like I was kind of expecting to see no, Donald Duck in a turban, you know, shooting someone. With magic.
I need a target.
One thing I do remember saying here. Oh, to finish the other point, yeah, over 200 hours, but a lot of them are auctions, and a lot of it is also sound grinds. Because I have like a 10-hour thing here coming up next. 10 hours of sound grinds. Fun. When it comes to the auctions or the sound grinds, I don't actually expect you to watch them. It's more for those who really want to know what I got up to, you know? It's like, hey, you did this, you did that. Now I know. That's all it is. It's just... so you know. Like, if you really want to know that badly, it's there for you, kind of thing, you know? I remember watching one Let's Player, he ended a session, he got to a new area, he ended the session, came back next set, he'd actually ground for the character's ultimate weapons entirely off screen and just had them now. We saw nothing of it. I don't think he even alluded to it at the end of the previous episode. So it's just like, oh, okay. Well, sure. It was just kind of off-putting. Like, I can understand summating it, or, you know, whatnot, if it's a terrible grind, but we didn't see any of it. And it was just... I know, it just kind of turned me off. Actually, there's something I've been trying to say on and off for quite a while now, and every time I say it I feel wrong in saying it. But that's, there's a YouTuber, and I couldn't get into his work. I couldn't get into his videos. I wanted to. I wanted to like him, but I just could never get into it. And he apparently he had some relationship issues. The girlfriend was claiming he was spending too much time on his channel, and not enough with her. Thing is, he was only doing a single video a day. And I think he was one of the ones that record on the day. So it's not like me who will sit down for, going by what I've done recently, anywhere from 3 to 9 hours recording. So he did a short video once a day, and that was too much for her. So she went to break up with him, but he pleaded, and she stayed around. And that was like the last thing I saw from the guy. Before I started going back to watch other YouTubers that I like. Come back years later, because, you know what, I want to give that guy another try. Account entirely deleted. People are asserting that, oh, he said this, he said that, but anywhere he put those reasonings has also been deleted. So, I have no idea why he deleted the account. Maybe he was doing a lot of back-end stuff, but it just sounds really weird. Like, in what I've done recently, I spent a month playing StarCraft. I played a ton of custom campaigns, and during that month, like a week or two in, I started editing. And now editing would be much quicker without my paranoias and OCD stopping and starting and having to check. If you can just sit down and record, like I think he could, he certainly didn't say if he had any issues. Editing's really easy. So, but anyway, in what I did, I've recorded for a month, not every day, sometimes 3 hours, sometimes 9 hours. Well, in one case it was 9 hours. I chopped it all up, and I made half a year's footage. 86 episodes of footage. So 6 months from that month of play. And so if I was only doing one series, that would be me sorted for 6 months. Like some YouTubers really do intensive videos, but neither me nor him do such. So it makes it very hard for me to understand the complaint. Clearly there was more going on, but, well, he didn't say it. So I, can't exactly, I wouldn't know. They were asserting that he said other reasons. I don't remember what they were, but with that being the last thing I saw of his account, the girlfriend, it's me or me or your account, your other source of income, well, it's kind of gnawing at the back of my head. I'm sure you can understand. Basically, all I'm hoping is that if he did delete that account, that he deleted it for his own reasons, and it's because he wanted to. I would also hope that he at least backed everything up first. And how, even if he was deleting it for his own reasons, I don't know why you would delete it. Why wouldn't you just, you know, attach it to a different email address or set up a new email address and redirect everything to that? Why not just have it as a bonus paycheck? Like, people would, he was a reasonably sized account. People would be going to his channel, watching old episodes they used to enjoy, finding him anew for the first time. He would still, you know, he may get an extra 50 quid a month. He may get more. You don't know. YouTube's pay rates are kind of, well, YouTube's a complete pain in the ass about monetization, so you don't know how much you would even get paid, but... Damn, just realised my top's inside out. But... you know, it's an extra source of cash. So, like, even if you were done with your account, even if you weren't gonna come back, why would you cut off an income stream? You know? Why wouldn't you want some just passive income? And beyond that, you know, deleting all that. He had a fair number of videos. Not my 17k, but he had a fair number of videos. And if he has just legitimately outright deleted them, that's so much stuff gone. Time and effort just deleted. Apparently some of his videos have been saved by fans, but not many. So, yeah. Actually, saying that does remind me of another one. Watch Out. Remember liking that podcast when I was younger. I was too young to be watching it. But it was fun. It was Little Karibo and friends doing a podcast. The person leading the podcast was another guy. I don't remember his name. I just remember Little Karibo was on it. And a few of the other voice actor people he hangs out with. Watch Out died because of accusations towards the guy leading it. No idea if they're true, just that there were accusations. And he apparently nuked his account and internet presence over it. So, yeah. I mentioned the accusations in a previous thing. I feel awkward mentioning them again. Again, I don't know how substantiated they are. I see people throwing various accusations around like confetti. So it's just, it has me paranoid when I see it being thrown around at all. But yeah, it was a fun podcast. They would find random weird fanfic online and then voice act it. So like they voice acted Lightning McQueen getting tentacle raped. That is a sentence I just said. They also voice acted a fanfic where turns out Princess Peach is called as such, because that's what she tastes like. Yeah. I still remember this from like second class, third class. I think it was still my first secondary school. So yeah. Ah, there's the end of the first subsession I have to re-record. Or, oh no. This was all one subsession. You know the bit of audio you heard at the start? That is part of the previous subsession. So, I basically cut it in half, a little under a half, and kept one bit, and deleted the other bit. So now we're actually onto a full new, like wholly already re-recorded bit. Getting distracted by chat there. But but yeah, I know it just. It seems so drastic. Like his channel, his choice, but it seems so drastic to delete all of your work, all your effort. And then on the financial side, it would have been passive income. Maybe not much, but well, if you're short 50 quid and you're 60, you know, you're kind of happy, you know. You know, as long as you're not getting in trouble for it or something, like, why would you say no to passive income? Like, actual passive income. I'm not exactly here pitching MLM shit, but, you know. You have a successful enough YouTube account, you have that ad rev going on. Why would you get rid of it? It doesn't make sense to me. 40 more minutes of this. But oh, actually, another thing I was going to talk about was Little Karibo. I really liked his work before, but he's been weird as of late. There was meant to be some like strike of, I think it was like Genshin or something, one of those games. But people were claiming that there actually wasn't a strike. It was actually a power move by the American voice actors to strike without officially calling a strike, to try and pressure the company into agreeing with their demands without having to do a proper strike. It was something stupid like this. And they were even going so far as to call a Japanese guy who did work for the company a scab and stuff like this, and harass him and attack him. Little Karibo was apparently involved in it in one degree or another. Not saying that he harassed the guy, but I think he was like justifying the cause or something. I can't remember the details, it's hazy. But he he was at least of the opinion that they were fighting the good fight, you know? Rather than just being power-hungry pricks. I remember seeing him. Oh, what had it been? He had another bad take beyond defending the pseudo strikers. He had another really bad take, and I can't remember what it was. It's just sad to see, as I really loved his, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge stuff when I was younger. I really loved it. It was fun. It was funny. I even referenced it just in, you know, oh what a feeling when you're falling through the ceiling. I referenced that once on a blue moon. Like, just IRL. It's a funny fucking line. Who's the singer of that again? I just... Lionel Richie. Normally I can remember that name, but I just couldn't there. You know, as foretold by Lionel Richie. It's a funny song. It's a funny joke. And, you know, I just enjoyed his work, but it's kind of sad seeing him shitting the bed, falling in with with those VAs. A lot of them are kind of... A lot of them are kind of lunatics. I can't remember how the conversation exactly went with one. There's basically two women were disagreeing with each other. One was a VA and another wasn't. This is years ago. Little Karibo was not involved. This is just more VA being crazy. And the VA was of the opinion that I think it was that she hopes the other one would get raped, because then she would agree with her. The VA was the one saying this. It was something like this. And it was just like, the fuck? I'm hoping I'm misremembering it. I really am. But I have no fucking clue.
How are you? Hey, good. You got my attention. What's your back? What's on your mind? Up with you.
I kinda wish you could turn these in by just clicking on them and then have the auto thing click in automatically.
What's your back? Here there.
Because having to scroll up like that is annoying.
Good.
It's less annoying, say, if you're on the mouse. You just click him, click the thing, click him, click the thing. But with this, you have to like scroll up and all this.
Destroy them.
Honestly, I really shouldn't be here at sub 60. I just wanted to do AV because it's just like, it's my favorite of all the battlegrounds. It's my favorite of all the battlegrounds. It's a really fun thing. It's so grand in scope. Like, Alterac Valley is just a game capture the flag. Arati Basin is a game of holding points. AV, in its better state, is not a game of racing, but a game of, you know, taking out PvE bosses and whatnot. I just think it's a really cool idea that just never quite works. They haven't made any new battlegrounds since Pandaria, have they? And even then, I didn't really see the Pandaria ones. The fucking Wind Rider. But yeah, it just seems like Little Creeper was falling in with them. But yeah, I'm not saying that he engaged in any harassment or even name calling, but he was defending the strike without being an officially called strike. People were saying that people were claiming that there had been no official strike called on the thing, or the company wasn't a union company. Like, they didn't have a union in it or something. So it was just more of the voice actors trying to impose their designs on the place. To be honest, the whole... How political do I want to get here? American VAs are kind of crazy. Or kind of annoying. I don't know how you want to put it. I suppose if I'm saying that much, I may as well say the rest. There's a big push in the voice acting circles lately that you have to match the race of the character. Though there's some that argue for it and then argue otherwise when it comes to affect them. Like, look at Phil Lamar, the guy behind who voiced Samurai Jack. While he argues that people should only voice their race, it's fine for him to voice Samurai Jack.
I'm out of range.
Similarly, there is some other guy, he's a YouTuber, and he's also a voice actor. And he has issues with people, like, voicing outside the race, but then had issues in not being able to voice non-Asian characters.
Keep your feet on the ground. Safe.
Like, he believed that he should still be able to do so.
Be good.
It seems to be more about restricting other people's options than actually
What's happening?
anything else. I do hear how terribly incestuous the whole voice acting industry is. Where you, like, if you... It comes down to who you know. Who you get on with. If you're buddies with the right people or not. Or if you piss the right people off, then you don't get work. So... Just voice acting industry being, you know, incestuous. There was one guy online, I don't remember his name, and he was saying that he was, when he was training to be a VA or something, like it was early days in his career, he did some girl got miffed at him. And as such, he ended up not getting a ton of work because she knew people in the field. How he figured this out, I'll never know, but things do come out, you know? I can't remember, there was some case recently where someone did something bad and couldn't stop themselves from bragging about it. And like, I did this, I fucked you over. So it's just like, you know, maybe the girl outright wrote him a letter detailing it to him. Who knows? There was a case years ago where a guy broke into a place and then got himself locked inside. He called the cops to get himself out. The height of criminal intelligence. So, you know, there's a lot of stupid people. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. But yeah, being clear on the little Karibo thing. Not saying that he did engage in any of those antics, but he was defending the pseudo-strike. Even though there wasn't apparently an actual strike called. The place mightn't even been unionized. The VAs were just trying to throw their weight around, and he was in their corner, from what I remember. Did. But, yeah, I like his vids. He's done some funny stuff before, but yeah. It just sad seeing him falling in with that crowd.
Slay them all.
So, what else to talk about? I don't think so. I suppose I could talk about AV. I do like AV. I think it's a very fun battleground. Like I've done a bit of Netherstorm. I've done Warsong Gulch, Arati Basin, AV, and Netherstorm. There's a few others. I think one introduced in Kata at this underground mine place, obviously. But then there is also a Pandaria battleground that did have a bit of a mine entrance in it. I've whittled the Pandaria place, a bit more of the Kata one, the Kata mine, and but I've done a lot of the rest. And a little of Netherstorm. AV is my favorite. It's the grandest in scope. There's so much going on with it. There's so many systems within systems. It's really cool and fun, but it does center around rushing. Rush. Like, there was apparently like a week. I remember Taverncast claiming that there was like a week-long AV before. Like, maybe not quite reset, but yeah. I've heard people claiming days-long AVs. And that just sounds kind of cool to me. It would probably be kind of questionable to actually be in, but it's kind of cool to me. Because it's just... It would end up feeling like a grand battle, you know? At least to do it once, it would feel cool. Don't remember what else I was going to say. I was going to make a point there, but yeah. But yeah, AV typically turns into just a rush and a drag race. So, what's the horde dude's name this called again?
I'm the finest wares in the land. Watch your back. You got my attention. Be good.
Drecker Keg. You know, that's what people started chanting at one point here. Drecker Keg. Like, you just drag race for him. You know, ignore everything else, get to him, kill him, or lose. And, yeah.
Goddess watcher. Illumined light your way. May the stars guide you. Go in peace. Goddess bless you. Asha Fela.
But yeah, I'd love to see like a longer scale thing, because you don't really get that with AV anymore. You know? It'll be fun. I'm not sure what I was doing there. Kind of was my train of thought here too. The days after going a bit weird, haven't had a drink yet. So... I'll finish this and I'll get one. But, so yeah, I'm a bit fried without it. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. Been gone off tea recently, as of time recording. It's the 5th of the 5th, 2025. This is nearly a year after this got recorded. A few months off, certainly. It's like 9-10 months. Could be 8, but I doubt it's any smaller. But, yeah, I've been weirdly, like, reacting to tea recently. Maybe it was just a bad box, but my lips would get all tingly, and it would end up spreading into the back of my throat. Like a pins and needles kind of thing, though feeling more like an allergic reaction than anything else. Not sure if it's necessarily allergic to the tea, it could be more anything on it, you know? Not the tea itself, but, well, I've heard of people spraying down vegetables with formaldehyde, so that ended up stuck in the back of my head. I do like that map there. The little tactical map. It's cute. So we're now done with AV, and I am heading off to do some auctions. There was some point I wanted to make there, but I really just don't remember what it was. But yeah, I do apologize for falling behind in all my editing and whatnot. I did really well at Christmas in getting back into the swing of it. I was on some new medication uh, for a Faxline. I fucking don't remember what it's called. Do I have the box here? I have just kind of a bag of knickknacks that I kind of shove random things into. Venlafex. Actually, no. The thing is Venex. The medication is actually venlafaxine. Yeah. The sub-therapeutic dose worked beautifully for me. It was like 30 something grams, milligrams, whatever, mg. But then when I went up to the higher dose, I ended up becoming rather sick. It took a delay. I was fine for like a week on it, and then I had dinner one day, a chili dog pizza, and then I was like, ooh, I should take this before I forget. So I took it, and the moment I took it, my gut started churning, burning. It was not a good time. And this was in December 2024, months after this was recorded. Months. Gut started churning, burning. The therapeutic dose was, or the dose I'd been put onto was almost double what I'd started off on. And after that issue with the pizza and the tablet, I started feeling very sick. Well, I started feeling sick. Like I was off day to day now. I also noticed I was rather sensitive to fluoride, actually. Some I'm noticing looking back. I had some fluoride floss, and I would feel very sick using it. I tried a new toothpaste. I felt very sick using it. Headaches, nausea. I was fine before my gut got messed up, but not now. And then came January. I got worse. So early December, the pizza and the meds clashed. Sometime during December, I got the fluoride floss and felt sick from it, eventually realizing it was actually the floss. Then in early January, I felt sick again, worse. I could feel the acid was hitting the top of my stomach. I'd been lying on my stomach at the time, and I could feel the acid hitting the top of it. And I tried to ignore it, but, well, I thought I was going to retch all over the place. So I got up and I think I ran to the bathroom. But from then on, I was direly sick. I could barely eat. I was just nauseous the whole damn time. After like 2 weeks, I started doing a bit better, but it was months after. It was like March, April? Yeah, it's currently May. It was March or April when I actually started being pretty much better. Like, I was fucked from it. So yeah, I ended up falling behind on my editing because of it. But I'm starting to get back into the swing of it. Like I said, I recorded a month of StarCraft custom campaigns, and I've since sliced them all up and got 6 months of footage of it. Well, it's clarified as modded campaigns, because few of them actually added in like new missions or the like. I want to separate a fan campaign from a modded campaign. Then again, some do kind of follow, like look at the, oh, what do you call it? The conduit. The endless. That is kind of a mix of that is kind of, it's not just a faction swap, but there is its own story to it. Whatever. I haven't played it, so it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. It doesn't apply here. But yeah, I did a month of those, you know, modded campaigns, faction swaps and the like. And I edited them up over like 2-3 weeks. And I'm in the process of rendering them out. It's kind of hard with all the heat going about right now, though on my PC suffering for it. But I'm making progress. So I just have to make progress here too. Only issue is I do have a course that I'm meant to be doing, and I haven't done for it yet. The course is only 3 months long, so yeah, the course is only 3 months long, so I really need to get to it. I'm certainly through month 1, and I may be halfway through month 2, if not more. I have an email, I think it's next month that it's over. And I haven't done for it, really. I've done a little, and that's it. My head's just not in it. I was more enthusiastic starting off, but the enthusiasm didn't last long. I very much struggle with the concept of motivation. And, you know, energy. But, I'm just gonna lie down here. So... But yeah, I got through all the custom campaigns, and got them uploaded. I've since recorded more, but we'll ignore them for now. And I'll get to work on this, and get these going up again. The only issue with this is there's a lot more sub-sessions to get through. But that being said, a fair number of them can be just chewed through. Like for a span of like 2 months, I would only log into the game to do auctions. So I just need to confirm that it's an auction episode, delete the mic audio from it, and then we're nearly done. 10 more minutes-ish? Hallelujah. Just find out that it's an auction episode, delete the audio, my audio, to make sure the mic was fine, because in some cases I forgot to mute it. And then just leave you with the game's music and move on. It'll be a very easy thing where I don't actually need to even check a minute, so it'll really speed up the production. And now, if you are new to the channel and you're curious what I'm talking about, when I do record a session, typically I stop and I start, I stop and I start. Rarely do I just record straight through like I am now. So I stop and I start, I stop and I start, and every time I do this, when I go back to record to edit it, I have to check the last minute or so of the episode. Sometimes it's more. I may end up watching 2 minutes, 10 minutes. You know, I may end up having to watch more of it. But it's typically a minute, could be 30 seconds, 40 seconds, but a minute. And obviously that slows you down greatly when there's a few hundred of them. Like, for me to get through the rest of this series, it's probably about the best part of 1,000 subsets to listen to. Actually, I started something earlier in the set, and it's done. In total, for this entire series so far, is 1,766 sub-sessions. And that's... Oh, actually, there's a number of duplicates here. Yeah, there's actually a number of duplicates. I'm not sure what they're about, but they're also taking up space. Huh, couldn't open it. Just deleting these here. Hell with it, I'll delete them later. So... Okay, there, we went up to 196 sessions, but each of those is broken into many sub-sessions. Like going from 196 to 160 is 286 items. 286. Huh? I've sung grinds in 151? 158. Jesus. I don't remember having a song grind there. I thought I'd stopped those sooner. Well, if that's the case, then might make my life easier.
How are ya?
Okay, going from 196 to 130 is 361 gig. That's 200 hours of footage and 487 files. Now going from 129D, the reason I broke it up there is there's some episodes in the way. 167, 168, and 169. And now this will ideally go all the way back. It's going to 120 ZZZ16, which is an extra 80. There is 2 more episodes in the way. Well, and here's some more. So we went from 120 ZZ15 to 119A, an extra 44, which is an extra 17 hours 59 minutes. Okay, there was a ton of videos in the way there, all the way back to 65. Ton of readings and okay, based from 165 to 65. Jesus. And another break. So we now have 117A to 115. So another 7 hours 32 minutes. Okay. 249 items from the next sub-session. And that's 82 hours. So from 83E to 114N. So we'll add all these together. 249 plus 487 plus 22 44 880. So 882 subsections to go through. Certainly a chunk more than what I had for the StarCraft stuff. That was about 400. So it's double that. Of course, if I manage to get all this done, I'll be sorted for a pretty long time. The one issue is it's not as easy as just saying like, okay, every 30 minutes I caught it, or every hour, or whatnot. Because like, if I'm going to be uploading a full Nax run as a single episode, so that's 3 hours of footage right there. You know, I'm going to be uploading full dungeon runs, full raid runs as a single episode. So that drastically cuts down on the amount of episodes that are there. Does make it easier for me to catch up though. So, which is important because SOD is coming to an end very, very soon. But honestly, so is this post-commentary. I hope you've enjoyed this ramble and natter. I just talk about whatever to keep the time going, really. If there's anything you want to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. But until next time, I hope you enjoy what Palanai says. Till then, you'll be starting any moment now. I'll keep you company up to the end. So yeah, there's a fair bit to do, but I'll get through it, bit by bloody bit. Bit by bloody bit. My fucking god, I've had to re-record like the whole fucking session. I'm just not happy with what I'm saying. It all feels wrong. And I'm either getting distracted because I'm doing other stuff. Today's just been a fuck up of a day, folks. One of our dogs got paralyzed for like an hour. He couldn't move. We had to lift him back into bed as he tried to move, but the best he could do was slide around the place. We had to lift him back into bed. Eventually he could move again, but we're both, Mum especially, broken up afterwards. And Marley, he's going into the vet tomorrow, 10:15, and it's not looking good for him. It's not looking like he'll make it to the day after. They're doing a lot for him, but they can only do so much, you know? He's a good baby. They've already done a lot for him, but they can only do so much. So I'm not sure if there's anything more they can do for him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if there's anything more they can do for the guy. He's a good baby. But, yeah. I kind of abbreviated it there to add some more detail to it. His bed isn't that high off the ground. It's like a human mattress, maybe a little thinner, but it's kind of thing you sleep on yourself, you know. And it's just directly on the ground. He keeps lying with his back facing the edge, and whatever way he moved, he fell off onto his back, and he was able to get back up. After a while he went and got a drink, went back to bed, and he couldn't move after that. And yeah, he could barely move his head. Eventually, after ages, he was able to actually stand up again and move. But me and Mum had to lift him back into bed. But then he would try and do what he could always do and move. but most he could do was slide a bit, you know. But eventually he was able to stand back up and right himself, but he was shaky as hell. So, poor man. He's going to the vets tomorrow, but we don't know if he'll see the day after. It's too soon. We wanted to spend more time with him, and we wanted to give him a better send-off, you know? Wanted to give him a better send-off.
You got my attention.
Like when Jessie was going, we cooked up a big dinner for her, and we put chicken soup on it. We even got her, since it was her last day, we even got her a bit of chocolate. I know you're not meant to give dogs chocolate, but there was literally a vet scheduled for an hour after to come with the lethal injection. So, a bit of chocolate was the least of her concerns. But anyway, I'm going to try and talk about something else now, because I'm feeling like complete shit. I've cycled around and around on this film for the last like 40 minutes. Feeling like I couldn't articulate it right, just getting obsessive. So I need to talk about something else. I'm starting to feel like maybe I shouldn't have stopped doing that silent grind. Is it too late to go back to it? I might do that yet. I'll go listen to Darius's Dragon Quest series and leave it at that. I'm really tired of having to level this weapon up again. It's really slow. It's much slower than I expected. I was leveling it previously and it wasn't too bad. 2 levels off. I was leveling it previously and it wasn't too bad, but honestly, doing it this time it felt painful. It would be nice when I come back to do the post commentary in probably for a bit's time to it'd be nice if I came back, you know, when I come back to do that post commentary, to say that he was fine and it's all went well. You know, they could do some great from him, but there's Guy Love from yesterday. Thank you for killing that witch. But it'd be nice if I came back and said that, you know, he was fine and he got better and all that. It'd be nice, but they've already done a lot for him as it was. Like, they've been giving him ketamine shots and all this. But I'm not sure if there's anything else they can do for him, honestly. A thorium bar already sold. It is the better option because all these require you to buy so much, and if you just want, you know, 2 or 1, you'd have to buy so many extras. Yeah, that food works outside AV. So I think that's gonna be what I use from now on, is like, you know, ordinary food. Because I just need the one thing. And it also restores a lot of health and mana. Over 4,000 of it. It's kind of almost wasted on me. When did I get this? Oh, thorium selling. Wow. Okay, it costs barely more than Holy Light. Same cast time. And it heals for a bit under double. And then if you overheal, 50% is made into a shield. So awesome. I do hope I articulated all that fine. I'm paranoid I didn't, but I'm going to be doing post-commentary. I'm sure more clear-headed me can do a job there. I just want to go play a bit. And I just kind of ended up looping because I was like, oh, this happens. You know, I'm trying to tell a story, then like 5 different things happen. And so I'm just getting confused, confuddled. It's tiring. There. I'm just going to stop for a mo. I'm going to turn out my light and fix things up so I can just feck off here in bed. BRB. Hey folks, actually I think I'm gonna give this a miss. I'm gonna go do more song grind. After all that cycling and all that talk, yeah, I just feel like trash. So I just want to try and feel a bit better. So I'll talk to you. We'll see you next time.